Hello and good evening, everyone, on this red lunar eclipse. It's happening today on the 14th of March and is the last lunar full moon and lunar eclipse in winter. And I thought I start off because I thought I need to do something special today. I need to clear my aura, clear my energy, just balance it. So I have this 528 hertz. It's like a tool. I forgot what it's called. It's like a metal tool, and then you have something to sort of beat it with, and it makes sounds. And I really wanted to also share this sound with you on this full moon, and the last moon of the winter time, and just share with you and just maybe do a little meditation today, just a little 5 minutes. Actually, let's do a minute of this sound that just comes in its purest form, and it's like the energy clearing and energy balancing and chakra balancing, or maybe just like a really short meditation that you can take in your own time, in with your eyes closed and just sitting down or lying down, or anything that you really like, anything that is comfortable for you. So I will just beat it a couple of times and just look at your own energy, try and look inside. Don't worry about your thoughts, let them flow. And if they come in like a wave and you will be like booking holidays, this is worries me, I am this and I am that and she said this, that's fine, let it flow, it's okay. And the thoughts will come to you, they will come to you triple if you've never done it, or if you do it sporadically, they probably come to you with triple with a triple of energy and power, meaning there would be a lot of thoughts just streaming. And how I usually do this when I meditate, I kind of let them go sort of on my left hand side, and I see them like a stream, like a roll of paper unfolding, something like this. So I just observe them, and anytime a thought that is quite strong takes me on, I try to understand and be aware that that's what's happening. I am like, oh, okay, I went with these thoughts, that's okay. Come back to observing, come back to just seeing this unrolling paper, just unrolling on my left hand side. So it's sort of like the visualization of the thoughts. And I remember first time when I started doing meditation and started researching what's the best way to do meditation, was actually someone I was explaining that it's like sitting on a bench and just looking at the traffic. You know how the cars go by both directions, and sometimes buses, sometimes vans, bigger cars, smaller cars, faster cars, just looking and observing. So you are present there. You cannot take yourself away from this traffic, but you are present there. You observe it, but you don't sit on the car and go away in the distance. And if you do, you get aware, oh, I'm sitting in this car, I want to get off the car and come back to my bench. So I believe that this is the first stage of meditation, and I think I also know and believe that this stage can last years, meaning that the meditation, how many people understand, is that I'm just sitting there with no thoughts at all and just being completely peaceful. That's not what meditation is. And to get to this state, you have to be really probably some monk. Although I don't know, I've listened to monks, and they don't really tell you how exactly they feel. They don't really share their sort of thoughts with you, right? Not very often. So I think that definitely it takes practice, like your muscles in a gym. Your meditation muscle, your brain, is also the same way. However, it doesn't exclude the fact that when you sit down, you get those moments or pockets of peace, and actually kind of understanding that, oh, I was observing my thoughts and I didn't let any thought take me with them. I was just sitting there, and I had a couple of seconds when actually it seemed like there was no thoughts, and it's beautiful to have that, but it's not about chasing those moments as well. And recently, I think with all the planetary alignments, and also what's happening in my life, and just things and worries, I guess, and the energy, everything, and me and my hormones changing, blood changing constantly and all the time. And I definitely believe that I am shedding some skin to unravel something else from underneath, and it's related to my age, but also it's related to world changing. I think I'm very much in tune with the energies and with the world, and I feel that I can change a lot of things around me, consciously, but mostly unconsciously. And I know I am very powerful. I know that, and I've been told by many psychics that I am powerful, and I create a lot of things. It's just, and I believe that we all do, and we used to have this power, and we used to have this energy, because we are spiritual beings. And it's much harder here on the earth, where everything is 3D and this is created for us to have this experience. But I believe we still can do it. And I guess, like with everything else, and I guess it's just maybe a skill, or maybe something that some people have kind of less of and some people have more of, and it's nothing to do with being better or less good. It's just about the experience that we sign up on to have on earth. So there are obviously those different levels that we signed up to be, and we can change through the levels, and that's what the aim also is. And but it might be harder, and it might be so rooted in the environment that we are in that it's just a little bit harder. However, and there is also, it might be also easier with the harder environment, because we can get woken up more easily. When everything flows smoothly, there is not much progress. The progress comes when there are lessons, when there are experiences, when there are things to overcome, when we are uncomfortable, when we are in pain, I guess. However, also the ultimate, what humans want to be, is not be in pain, not to suffer, not to have complicated life, to have easy life, and be at peace, right? So it's like a circle. And I think that the really ultimate goal is those ebbs and flows, those ups and downs, those times when we are suffering and we are in pain, but we know that the times when we overcome this, and when there will be peace, they come as well. So, and we also hope that the times of pain and the times of suffering and the times of uncomfortableness are not going to happen very often, and that's kind of all we can hope for. And when they come, we do hope that there is going to be strength in us, and that's going to be love in us, that there's going to be a support of the people around us and situation around us that can carry us and help us and support us in this, and also that our experience will give us easy options and choices, or easier or visible options and choices to choose from. And we always sort of hope and look forward to this next up when we are at ease, and when we are peaceful, and when we have happy experiences. So I digressed, but it just took me there. I don't really prepare for this. My preparation was talking about this meditation today and coming from the full moon, but it did bring me to the shedding of the skin, to those experiences, to hope, and the ebbs and flows of life. Because really what I am here to do is give you support, reassurance, faith, and also love, as much love as you need to have. And the love coming from me, coming from the universe through me to you, to just love you and reassure you and give you strength if you are going through the challenging experiences in your life, if you are at the path of disbelief in yourself, if you are suffering because of some circumstances in life. I also would like then this to come back to me again, so it's like a circle in shape of heart. So this is my message for this full moon. And if you are shedding and if you are suffering, my thoughts are with you. And for all of us, I hope there is hope, and I know there is hope. And please remember, you are creators, and let's energetically create love and create understanding and create companionship and collaboration, and spread this love and this understanding over everyone. I'm always saying that everyone is on a different level of energetical evolvement, development, understanding. And yes, going back to what I was saying in the beginning, depending on their soul mission. And in all of this, one thing is really good to focus on is going into yourself and staying with these minds, with your thoughts. And I know I was saying that it was difficult for me for some time now, and I can feel the heavy energetics, and they kind of at 2 or 3 days are really heavy, and then they let go, and then they are heavy again. So what I was trying to say was that it was difficult for me to meditate then, and it almost got so loud in my mind and so heavy that I while I was sitting with my eyes closed, it was like the thoughts were squeezing my brain out. I don't have it very often, but for the last couple of weeks, it was very heavy like this. So I definitely spend less time on meditation. I am now in the kind of flow that I or need or necessity I put myself, because it just became a habit that I do meditate in the morning and in the evening, but it's kind of less time because of the very loud loud thoughts, which I am aware of, but it's almost as if someone is pulling my head and hair and saying, no, you have to do this now, you have to feed your cats, you have to get up, you have to find this, I don't know, dress, or you have to check this on your phone now, do it now. And that's what my thoughts are telling me. And this is funny because I see that, but something in me, a human part of me is just being pulled to do that. So I hope, and I will try not to get carried away too much, but also don't be harsh on yourself. I mean, if you can do a couple of minutes meditation, a minute meditation, and just sit down, that's amazing as well. And I believe the quiet meditations are the ones that you are aiming to kind of be with, because the guided meditation, they are great. They are really, really amazing. They are a great start. They are really relaxing and obviously very good for your mental well-being as well. But they tend to sort of pat the thoughts. It's as if you were just covering your thoughts with a soft blanket, right? So there is something outside of you that is kind of helping you to streamline your consciousness, to streamline your thoughts, and be like, okay, right, children, now stay in the line and go this way and don't disturb, and be really well behaved. And this is what kind of guided meditation is doing, which is great, and we all need that help. And do it as much as you want to, but to really be with yourself in the silence, I think it's just another level of meditation, and that's where kind of the struggle bit begins. So it's not always as relaxing, but I really invite you to try and do that. Now, the sound meditation that I am going to demonstrate now and invite you to sit down is a little bit different. It's something between guided meditation and silent meditation, because it doesn't offer you words and doesn't kind of direct you anywhere. It's just you let your thoughts flow, but they are flow like a water, like you're on the water, or if you are not comfortable in water, then just lying down and looking at the sky and the clouds, right? Is the birds singing, the noises that the nature does around you, the how the trees and the branches are moving in the air. So all those kind of natural vibrations and sounds bring you to a specific level of consciousness, and that's what the sounds does. And there are a lot of sounds meditations, and also obviously sound healing is a huge area that I invite you to explore. I put some links to the websites or pages or social spaces that I really like. And great thing to do is go to a gong meditation. That's a super powerful thing, because gong has got like this manly power. It just swipes you up like a tornado. Although gong, I think they say the gong masters, they say gong is a female, but anyway, it just swipes you like in a tornado, and it's really loud, especially if you are in the smaller places. I went once to this gong that was so powerful because it was so loud and it's so reverberating that it was uncomfortable to me, because I'm so sensitive to sound. So I prefer sounds that are quieter. Actually, in this sound, I've experienced, well, I was with two participants that after this gong left crying really, really hard. So it definitely moved something in them. This sort of impact can be really quite powerful. So if you are not ready, it could be a little bit, you know, surprising if something like this happens to you. But I really invite you to try. These are the great places if it's done in a bigger space. If you don't like loud noises, you can always move further away from the sound. If you love noises like this and are ready to be kind of moved and shaken, then, you know, go somewhere where the space is smaller and the sound is really hard. So I will, oh, it's 2222 on my clock. So I will now invite you to just sit down and relax, and I will guide you with a little tiny sound healing, or sound meditation rather. I don't want to use word healing, but if it heals you, that's something in you, that's great and amazing too. And see how this works. So I invite you to just sit down comfortably with your neck straight, and softly close your eyes, and I am going to do the same, and just concentrate inside you, concentrate on your heart, concentrate on the little dot between your eyes, you can touch it. Concentrate in sort of area just below your belly button, and just on the top of your head, and kind of try to connect in your mind all those dots from your belly button to your heart, to your throat, to the point in between your eyes, and to the point on top of your head. You can lightly smile if you want to, but just try to relax your jaw, and let's just enjoy this sound. Now slowly open your eyes. I hope it helped you a little bit. I think I was taken with the sound to the hills of Italy, so my imagination was working there. And although the sounds didn't always come out perfectly, I felt like I wanted to create them for you and for myself, and I felt at one with this little tool. And also for me the sounds were perfect just as they were, and I really enjoy this little full moon meditation and thoughts observation. So I again invite you to create your own experiences with different modalities of different sounds as you do, to observe and let your thoughts flow without getting up on them and getting carried away from them. And also remembering the ebbs and flows of life. Sending my love to you. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.